Heather, and I have a new helper today, a new camera person. This is
Max.
And we are going to make chicken stock today. And this is the first time that I'm going to cook with Thrive Life Food. I've never done it before. We've become consultants, and we've had people ask, can you show us how you would use it? So I'm going to start with something simple. I make chicken stock all the time, so I'll show you how I do it. All right, so what we're going to start with is I have a chicken carcass here. I found it is more cost effective to have a chicken and take all the meat off the bones, because I can make more than one meal out of it, and then I can get the bones and make chicken stock out of it. So we're going to put our chicken carcass in the crock pot. And usually my crock pot is big enough that I can do more than one. And I like doing more than one because it gives that it gives the chicken stock a kind of rich color. So I've got 2 carcasses in there. And then I'm going to add, we have garlic. This is from our garden. I don't peel it. I just throw it in there because it will disintegrate for as long as it's going to cook in here, and all the flavors are going to be released from it. The next thing I have rosemary. This is also from our garden. We're finally getting some of our herbs in. I've got sage, and then I've got thyme that I'm going to put in here. And now we're going to put in the Thrive. This is the celery. So I'm going to put about half a cup of that in. And then I'm going to do a half a cup of the carrots. And then this is the sliced onion. All right, so we're going to put a half a cup of the onions in. And we're also going to put in a little bit of salt. I don't put a lot of salt in my chicken stock because you usually, when you use chicken stock, like in rice and soups and stuff like that, you'll salt it again. So I don't want it super salty. So I'm putting like maybe about a teaspoon, if you can see that, in there. And I usually use peppercorns, but we're out now. So we're going to put just some black pepper in here. A little more of that, maybe about a tablespoon of that. And then I add apple cider vinegar to my chicken stock. I only add about maybe 2 teaspoons of it. The reason that I do that is it helps pull all of the nutrients out of the bones, and it helps break down the like the collagen and the connective stuff that holds the bones together. And that's the stuff that you kind of want, because that's what's good for you. So we're going to put a little bit of that in there. And I use the apple cider vinegar, the unfiltered with the mother in it, the organic. So we get this from Aldi's. They now sell it at Aldi's. And that's pretty much it. The next step is I'm gonna fill it with water. All right, so I could put a little more water in this. This is about 12 cups. Like I said, my crock pot's pretty big. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is that I put the skin in that too. When I take all the skin off the meat, all that goes in here too, because that adds more flavor, because it's an already roasted chicken. So that'll add a lot more flavor to your chicken stock. All right, so as you can see, it's got the celery, it's got the onions, it's got the carrots in it. I didn't bother rehydrating this because this is going to cook for like, I don't know, like 12 hours, 10 to 12 hours. So this is how I do my chicken stock, because I can let it cook slow and go all day long. And we'll show you what it looks like at the end. But I'm going to go ahead and put my lid on it. Well, that's fine because it latches down. And then I'm going to, select. I'm going to select it for the low for 10 hours and see where it is at 10 hours. And then if it needs a little more time, I'll just let it go. The nice thing about this crock pot is that it'll stay on warm until you turn it off. So if I don't get to this at 10 hours, say that I have to run the kids somewhere, this crock pot will actually not completely shut off. It'll keep things warm until I come in and shut it off. So we're going to let this cook, and then we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so it has been 10 hours, and our chicken stock is done. And if come here closer, Max, and so they can see. All of the stuff has cooked down, and just what's left. You see all the bones and the skin and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to let Kevin give it a taste and see how it tastes.
And this is Thrive Life onions, Thrive Life celery, Thrive
I forgot to tell him. That's how I made. That's how I made the chicken stock.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Cool.
So when it's hot.
It's hot. Mm. Oh man, that's good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right.
Try that. That's a bomb diggity.
Stick a dirty spoon back in it. All right. Let's see.
Blow on it. It's hot.
Yeah. Oh, it is good. Yeah, that's good. So
that's a win right there.
Yeah. What we're going to do with this now is we're going to, and I can show you how I do this, but we're going to drain it. We're going to put it in a colander and then put some cheesecloth in it. And then we'll just take all the stuff that's left and we'll feed it to the chickens.
Go ahead and get in there.
I got to get a better grip on it. Okay, there we go.
What kind of cloth are you using, Mom?
It's kind of like cheesecloth. It's actually flour sack cloth. You can get it. I got mine at Walmart, and I think it came like in a pack of either 3 or 5. I like it better than cheesecloth because it's finer. I know people that have used like t-shirts. That'll work too, but that's...
You don't want to use my old t-shirts.
No.
That's icky.
That's icky. All right, so we're going to stick this right there. And I'll pull that out. And this right here, all that will go to the chickens. They'll eat all that. So there is our chicken broth. I will put this in the refrigerator overnight. So any of the fat that's in it will rise to the top and I can just scrape it off. And it'll actually be a little like gelatinous almost. So I love making our own chicken broth. I love the color of it because it's much, much darker than what you buy in the store. But that's how I make our homemade chicken broth. And I use the Thrive Life vegetables with it. So like I said, this and the refried beans that we did are some of the first recipes that I've done with them. Slowly easing into it because I've never cooked with this stuff before. But so far, we've had really good success with it. This turned out really great. And actually, this is really easy because there have been times where my celery has gone bad or I don't have any carrots or I've gotten a bag of onions where I had to take the entire bag back to the store because they were rotten in the middle. And I don't have to worry about that with here. I can just pull it off the shelf, throw it in there. That makes this process so easy.
So you've seen us do chicken broth before, but that's chicken broth with Thrive Life Foods. We're going to do another video that explains why Thrive Life. But for now, we got broth. We got chicken broth.
If you have any questions for me, please leave them down in the comments and I'll try to answer them. Remember to like and subscribe our videos. Thank you, Max, for all of your
awesome camera work.
Cameriness. So, yeah.
All right. More updates as we go.